Alternative investments. What are they and why do they matter? So when we have families come in and they sit down and want to talk to us about their investment portfolio, oftentimes, Aaron, we find that they're comprised of really just two things in different wrappers. We call those candy wrappers in our organization. And it's stocks and bonds, and maybe sometimes a little bit of cash. But however, as we're entering the final stages of our financial journey, and remember it's accumulation, preservation, and distribution, when we get to that distribution phase, we really kind of want to find different ways or alternative investment strategies that can help us create the income we're looking for, have stability in the portfolio, and at the end of the day, to have something that we call negatively correlated to the market, meaning when the market's going like this, the asset class is moving in the opposite direction or staying level. And so, Aaron, when we talk about alternative investments, what do we mean specifically?
Yeah, let's take a step back because Grant hit this just briefly. The adage of the old 60-40 portfolio, so you have 60% equities, 40% bonds, has kind of gone by the wayside the last couple of years. So 2022 was the proving ground for that when you had a declining equity market and rising interest rates. Interest rates have an inverse relationship on bond price. So as the equity market was falling and the bond market was falling in tandem, that means they were correlated. They were moving together. Traditionally and historically, that hasn't happened. We've had a bond market that has been decreasing slowly for the last 30 to 40 years. Well, we've lost that, and now we're in a rising interest rate environment, which is pushing bond prices down. Alternative investments are investments that we as advisors can go seek and find that are not correlated to the equity markets or the bond market overall. Some of those things would be private investments, it would be co-investments, real estate deals, things that are going to smooth out your portfolio and smooth out that transition over time. And so as a company, we have been layering in alternative investments inside of our portfolio for the last couple years. We're ahead of the curve. The market is starting to move in that direction. And prior to the alternative investment space, you had to have an ultra high net worth, you had to be a mega investor, you had to be an accredited investor in order to get into the alternative in space. That landscape's changed. We've been adding it into our portfolios slowly to help you stable out some of that volatility that we see in the market.
And absolutely, Aaron's correct. At the end of the day, if we're looking to add something to the portfolio that is not going to smell, taste, or act like an equity or a bond, the alternative space is actually a great place to begin to look.
One more point.
Go ahead.
The other thing with alternative investments, when we're using them inside of the portfolio, anytime you're looking at an investment, you're taking on some sort of risk or an opportunity for a reward. With the alts or alternative investments, sometimes you may give up liquidity. They might be locked in for 90 days or a year. When we look at that, we're looking at your overall portfolio and sprinkling a small percentage just because if there is a need that arises, we want to make sure you have the liquidity in order to help you fulfill that need. So when we're doing that, we're not going, okay, we're putting 100% of the portfolio into alternative investments. You know, we're looking at that from an income need and making sure we have the right amount to your specific portfolio.
Incredibly well said, because Aaron's exactly right. These investments, although wonderful to have in the portfolio, need to be addressed and analyzed by a professional who understands what you're getting into. Because as Aaron's point is very clear, sometimes you have to give liquidity. Sometimes we see families don't understand that. There's been lots of really bad cases where we've seen families come in, they didn't understand how a certain alternative worked, and unfortunately it wasn't the right fit for them. Correct. Because it was being sold. So make sure you truly understand what you're getting into with these alternatives, but when added appropriately, when the tool is presented for the right situation, they can make things very nice, and they can actually smooth out, as Aaron stated really well, that volatility ride when it comes to your portfolio. We hope you found value in discussing alternative investments. Please let us know if you'd like to discuss more. We'll see you at the next one.
Hi, I'm Sam Neff, Certified Financial Planner with the Financial Enhancement Group. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our Elements in Focus educational series today. We hope that you found this content to be beneficial as you consider your financial journey. If you're interested in more content, please click the link above and you'll be directed to our Elements in Focus video catalog where you can see more tidbits on what you consider in your financial journey. If you're interested where you stand personally, please click the link below and you can create a profile, and a member of our team will reach out to talk about where you stand within the 5 critical elements on your financial journey. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to speaking to you soon.